There was a woman that posted on here that it took her 73 interviews in order to get an offer. 73 fucking interviews. And I was thinking about it because I was like, I've had 5 interviews this year. One of which I did get the job, but it's a temp job. So it's like kind of like easier to get the job than a full-time job. And I am just like 73 fucking interviews. That's where we're at in the job market, where it takes 73 interviews to get a job. That's like ungodly. That's an ungodly amount of interviews to do. Like the max interviews you should have to do is maybe like 20 in order to get a job. And I think she's counting all the rounds that she had to do, but like they're interviews, so like they count because they have you going. Like most companies have you run through like at least 3 rounds of interviews in order to even hear anything. And I was like, oh my God, 73? 70 fucking 3? No, we're fucked. We're fucked. If it's taking almost 100 interviews in order to get a job, and then we're all doing it. All of us are going through this. So it's like, what, we all need to get like 100 interviews, send in 1,000 applications. That's like the statistics I'm getting. It's like, it takes about over 1,000, a little bit more over 1,000 applications in order to get an offer. And then God knows how many interviews you have to go through before you get an offer. 73 is fucking crazy.
Hi guys, we are desperately hiring. Not you though, we don't want you. When's the earliest you can start? Tomorrow? Period. We're just not gonna call you back ever. To apply for this job, you have to send over a 15-page essay. What do you mean, will I be reading it? I just want to let you know that we will not ghost you. We will get back to you whether or not you got the... Desperately hiring. Stop, not you. Need of help. Stop. Wow, you have so much experience in this field. Wow, you're literally perfect. You're overqualified. Yeah, you're not getting the job.
Thank you for taking the time to apply with us. After careful consideration, we have decided to move forward with other candidates.
Who are you again?
Excuse me?
I've applied to like 200 places. I've honestly lost track of who the fuck I've applied to. Who are you? I mean, what job did I even... Can I see? What job did I even apply for? Hey, I'm looking for a job.
So cute. Oh, bless her heart. Bless her heart.
Hey, I'm just here to drop off my resume. I saw that you guys were hiring.
Oh, that hiring now sign outside? Yeah, that's for decoration. Get your ass on. We are not hiring. Right, she needs to get with the program. It's 2026.
Hey, I'm looking for a job.
What is your ethnicity? And are you Hispanic or Latino?
Why does that matter?
Hello, what the fuck do you want?
Hi, I applied like 2 weeks ago. I'm just calling to check on my application.
Yeah, so give me your name and number, and the hiring manager will get back to you as soon as she can.
Okay.
Fuck, they're catching on. So, unfortunately, because you don't have 65 years of experience, 12 PhDs, and a bachelor's degree and your master's, we unfortunately cannot provide you this job, and it's really unfortunate.
This is an entry-level job that is paying $2 an hour. I'm confused.
So we really loved your interview.
Thank you.
We love you as a person, but unfortunately we're gonna waste your time. So yeah, you might as well just go home and lay back down.
I really don't know what I'm going through. I haven't been to work in 2 days. I'm at a point where I'm just ready to put my 2-week notice in, baby. And of course I already been looking for another job. I ain't no dummy, baby. I know to have something lined up. But, yeah, I am just mentally over my job. I have been at the company going on almost 10 years. And it is just not somewhere I want to retire from. It is not my dream job. It doesn't make me happy. I feel like I'm settling in life. And it is really taking a mentally toll on me.
I feel like job interviews are a waste of fucking time. They be asking like the dumbest fucking questions. Like, have you ever had any conflict at work? Like, I'm gonna fucking tell you I had conflict at work. Like, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I cursed out a few motherfuckers. You think I'm gonna tell you that shit? No, I'm not. I'm gonna lie to you because I want the fucking job. How do you deal with conflict? I mean, I cursed the motherfucker out, but I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you shit. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck you wanna hear.
I'm convinced that in 2026, you have to be married in order to be financially stable and really survive this economy. I did a post recently talking about 100K is not enough, or six figures is not enough to survive. And there were so many opinions, and so many people seem to think that it's a one size fits all. And yes, it's more than enough. I don't know where y'all live, and I don't know if y'all are considering regional areas, regional wages, regional cost of living, but regardless of what, you need two incomes. You need to, and I'm not talking about one person working 2-3 jobs. Like, how are you supposed to mentally sustain that way? I'm talking about you need two working adults in the house.
This cannot be the same check y'all are raising y'all family with. This is impossible. I'm by myself, struggling to pay for stuff. There's no way y'all got a wife and kids, or husband, and y'all are making it with this check. There's no way. Give me some financial advice or something, because there's absolutely no way. At the end of the week, I'm at least left with like 2 cents or something, like $100. That's nothing.
What I'm about to say is going to aggravate a lot of people, and I know it's going to aggravate a lot of people because it aggravated me when I was told to do the same thing. For reference, I started looking for a job seriously back in November, December of last year, and I did this because not only was I in a tumultuous situation that I needed to kind of have more money to deal with, but also my financial situation was just getting worse and worse and worse by the month due to said tumultuous situation. So I had given myself, with like my plans and my reserves, I had given myself until the end of July to find a job before my tumultuous situation became a dire one. And at first, of course, I did the job boards. I did soul searching to figure out where I wanted to go to in my career, because I didn't want to fall into the habit of constantly going from job to job to job instead of creating a career for myself and a career path for myself. And I wanted to get a job that really aligned where I wanted to put myself in the future, so that I didn't have to constantly be in this pivot, right? So I did all of that. I started applying to job boards, blah, 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 blah. I got maybe 2 interviews and I didn't get anything. Keep in mind, I'm the type of person who always gets the job after an interview, okay? And I just got so frustrated, on top of the fact that my financial situation and the situation that I was in was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So at that point, of course, you've heard once or twice before in your life that, hey, you need to network, you need to network, you need to network. And I hated that advice, because I'm like, I don't understand why I need to do all of this just to get a freaking job. But at that point, I was at my wit's end. I was tired, and I was afraid that I was going to have to take any job just to take a job, because I needed a new job to do what I was dealing with. So I said, you know what? Let me relax, and let me try. So that's exactly what I did. I poured back into my hobbies that I loved a lot, in hopes that, putting myself back out there would hopefully help me meet someone who did something in the career that I wanted to do and would help me get a job. But here's something else that I'd like to say, because it's easy to say, hey, yeah, just pour into your hobbies and you'll get a new job. No, my hobbies are hobbies where a lot of people who make good money do. I like jujitsu, I like martial arts, I like cars and things like that. Those kinds of spaces oftentimes include higher net worth individuals. So I'm not going to say, hey, just pour into your hobbies and you'll find the job of your dreams, because it depends on the hobby, of course. But I knew that my hobbies, oftentimes when I did martial arts in the past, contained a lot of lawyers and doctors and consultants and things like that, and people that I could potentially meet, and they could help me find a new job. So that's exactly what I did. I paid the money to go back to jiu-jitsu, even though I knew how expensive it was and how I knew I couldn't really afford it. Thankfully, I had my parents help me pay for half of it so that I could actually sustain going to it. And I poured into my hobbies again and put myself back out there in hopes that I'd find a job, because at this point I was at my wit's end and nothing else that I was doing was working. Okay. And after maybe a month and a half of being in jiu-jitsu, I meet someone who is quite literally in the industry, in the career that I wanted to be. And I talked to him and I asked him, and lo and behold, before the month of July, I signed an offer to a new job. And not just any job, but a job that was within the career trajectory that I wanted myself to be in, but also a job that increased my income by 100%. 100%. I kid you not. It's still so shocking to say it now, because I've never, ever made even close to this much money in my life. And this is a lot to say that unfortunately when they tell you the network, you got to network. And that isn't always the case. And I know it doesn't work for everybody, but what I am saying is this. I am a girl who does not have a college degree. I have an associate's degree. I really started to feel down in the dumps because all of the careers that I wanted to be a part of were careers that oftentimes required a barrier to entry, and that barrier to entry was a bachelor's degree. And I felt like there was really nothing I could do. But here's what I did know about myself. I did know that I don't have a college degree, but I'm still a very smart person. I did know that I don't have a college degree, but I'm a very hardworking person that is reflective in my work history. I knew that I didn't have a college degree, but I was ahead of a lot of people my age because I had such an extensive work history. I knew that I didn't have a college degree, but that I was very charismatic and very charming in person. And if I can get someone to just talk to me in person or just talk to me instead of looking at my resume or looking at all of that, then I could secure not just a job, but a job that I wanted to secure. And I did that. This is not a one-size-fits-all. I'm not saying that if you do this, it's going to work for you, because I'm not the controller of your life, and everyone has different circumstances that bear different results. But what I am telling you is this. When they tell you to network, I fear they're right. So go network. That's all I got to say.
The job market is horrible. I keep seeing videos about it, and I'm just here to validate everybody more than they already been validated. It is horrible. Since March, when I last started working a full-time permanent job, I've had 2 interviews. One interview, I was so ready for this interview. I'm like, I'm about to ace this. I get in the interview, and it's a panel interview. I'm thinking it's only about to be 2 people, and it's like 6 people. So I was nervous. I was not prepared for that. So it was bad. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was bad. So I knew I was not getting that job. The other interview, I aced that interview, y'all. I did so good. In this interview wasn't an ounce of nervousness. Y'all, at the end of the interview, she like, okay, we got 3 more weeks of interviews, and we gonna call people back and let them know if they going to the second round. So I'm like, that's not really look crazy, because I'm waiting 3 weeks to see if I'm going to the second round, not even if I'm getting the job or not. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, because I really want the job. So about a month go by, I'm like, I know I aced this interview, so I know I should be getting the second one. So I reach out or whatever, and they like, oh, we're sorry, like the position is on hold right now. So I'm okay, cool, whatever, yada yada yada. Next day, I get an email. Unfortunately, I thought the position was on hold, and then it's like people be acting like you're not trying hard enough. It's not about trying hard enough. It's just about what's really available and what's actually real. People are posting fake jobs. You apply to a job, it'll say resume has been reviewed. Next day, job interview reposted. You ain't get called for an interview or nothing. Or you will get called for an interview, and then the next day the job be reposted. So it's like, what's really going on? Honestly, you just got to keep applying. Like, that's it. And then you still never know what's going to happen. It's people that have applied to 1,000 jobs still have not gotten the interview. So I don't know what's going on with these companies and these organizations, but people out here really need jobs. I'm working a temp job right now. I'm grateful to God for it, but it ends at the end of the month. So I know something's gonna happen for me though. Like, I'm not tripping about it. Like, a temp job better than no job. I'm trying to tell you, I wasn't making as much money I was making before, but I'm making something. Okay. So everybody that's trying to find a job right now, you just gotta hold on. Now I know that's easier said than done for sure.
So I've been looking for a new job. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people have been looking for a new job, but the job market is just terrible. And like, it's like nobody's hiring, and or like these jobs just do not pay, right? So like, I've been thinking about going back to a regular 9 to 5, but then I think about why I quit my last 9 to 5 in the first place. I think I just like the freedom of being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and I don't want to have to ask permission. Like, it's something so childish about having to ask permission to live my life or to request off of work. And not only that, like, yeah, 9 to 5s tend to be the higher paying jobs with, full-time benefits and all the good things, but even then they still don't pay enough to really sustain or be able to afford to live life. Like, I like being able to wake up and go get an espresso martini, a matcha martini at my favorite local coffee shop, 8 a.m. if I want to. I enjoy being able to, the freedom to go get my nails done, get my toes done, get my hair done at a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon without having to request off. And as a girl that has always done like gig work, serving, I used to have only friends, okay? We don't judge over here. I walked away from that part of my life, but I did make a lot of money and I was living the way I wanted to. And so trying to go back in the workforce, get a 9 to 5, get a regular job again, it's just like, I feel like I just don't fit into that at all. And then I'm really good at fitness. I tried the whole fitness trainer thing, you know, starting my own fitness business. But living in Kansas City, the one thing about Kansas City, people do not want to support you, especially if you're God forbid you're a pretty female that tries to start your own business and you're not popular. People do not want to support you in Kansas City. And I just have come to the conclusion I'm not going to be able to thrive here. I need to move. But either way it goes, like, I just don't miss having to wake up 6, 7 a.m. but ending up waking up 30 minutes to an hour late, having to start my day in panic mode because I done woke up late. Hurry up, rush, get ready. Don't even got time to cook breakfast. Don't even got time to stop at Starbucks. Gotta DoorDash my breakfast when I get to work. Fight traffic for 20, 30 minutes to sit at my desk and do soul-sucking